Have you ever been to a place that just feels alive? A place that feels like it's humming with stories, where the land itself seems to whisper secrets from the past? Well, today we're heading to exactly that kind of place. We're going to Scotland's Isle of Skye, to a legendary landscape called Glen Brittle. I mean, this quote just nails it, doesn't it? It perfectly sets the scene. You can almost feel the swirling mists, see the shimmering lochs, and you just know there are ancient legends hiding in there. It's a place where reality and myth are just a breath apart. All right, so our journey starts on the Isle of Skye, which is famously called Scotland's Misty Isle. And it's here, tucked away in these incredible landscapes, that we find Glen Brittle. Now, to really get this place, we kind of need to speak its language. So let's start with a couple of key words you're going to hear a lot. First up, glen. A glen isn't just any old valley. It's a deep, narrow canyon that was carved out by glaciers a long, long time ago. It's a signature of the Scottish Highlands, and it's the stage where our whole story is set. And then there's loch. You've probably heard this one before. It's the Scottish Gaelic word for a lake or even a sea inlet. We're going to be talking about a few of these, and trust me, each one has its own personality and its own story. Okay, now just picture this. You're standing right in the middle of Glen Brittle. All around you is this huge sweep of purple heather, like a carpet thrown over these rugged, rocky slopes. And there's this feeling in the air, like a low hum, the echoes of a really, really deep past. It's just incredible. So now we're going to start peeling back the layers of Glen Brittle's story. And this isn't a story you measure in years or even centuries. We're talking millennia. This place is a canvas of deep time. The scale of time here is just mind-blowing. I mean, way before any people were here, dinosaurs literally left their footprints on these cliffs. Thousands of years go by, and then about 8,000 years ago, Mesolithic hunters are following the streams. Then, in the 9th century, everything changes. Viking longships show up on the horizon, bringing new people, new culture. And after them came the great Scottish clans, who fought over this land for centuries. So here's the thing to remember. Glen Brittle isn't just some pretty scenery. It's an ancient canvas. Every single layer of rock and dirt is holding stories that go back millions of years. It's geology, it's history, it's all of it rolled into one. Okay, let's zoom in from that deep, deep time and focus on the human drama. This is the part of the story that's filled with the echoes of clashing swords, Viking longships, and the powerful clans that called this place home. For hundreds of years, this land was the ultimate prize in a fierce rivalry between two of Scotland's most powerful families, the MacLeods and the MacDonalds. And this wasn't just a fight over some land. It was a battle for who they were, for their legacy. Their stories of bloody feuds and clever alliances are woven right into the fabric of the Glen. You can still see the ruins of their forts standing there today. But history isn't the only thing that haunts this valley. If you listen, really listen, you might hear whispers of something else. This is where we step into the world of myth and folklore. This is where the magic really seems to come alive, at the fairy pools. It's this incredible series of crystal clear pools and waterfalls, and the water just shimmers in these crazy shades of emerald and turquoise as it flows over old volcanic rock. It looks like something from another world. And yeah, the name isn't just for show. The local stories say this was a gathering spot for fairies, that they would come here to dance under the moonlight. And honestly, when you see it, you totally get why people believe that. But if we venture deeper into the Glen, the whole vibe changes. We get to Loch Coruisk, and its name actually means the Cauldron of Waters. It's this dark, deep loch surrounded by these jagged, intimidating mountains called the Black Cuillins. The mood here is, well, it's a lot more serious, a lot more mysterious. And that mystery, it makes you wonder, right? In a place this dramatic and isolated, what kind of legends might be lurking just under the surface of that dark, cold water? Well, the answer from Scottish folklore is a creature called the kelpie. A kelpie is a shape-shifting water spirit. It's said to haunt Loch Coruisk, often looking like a beautiful horse to trick people and pull them into the water. So yeah, a pretty big contrast to the dancing fairies, huh? Of course, alongside all these mythical creatures are the Glen's very real inhabitants. You've got majestic red deer moving silently through the heather, golden eagles soaring way up high, and rabbits just vanishing down hidden trails. The world of myth and the world of nature really do live side by side here. So, how do we bring all of this together? The dinosaurs, the clans, the fairies, the eagles. What's the connection? Well, that's what this last part is all about. Seeing the Glen not as a bunch of separate stories, but as one single living thing. And this is really the heart of it. What makes a place like Glen Brittle so powerful is that the land itself creates the stories. The harsh, dramatic mountains, they inspire the fierce histories of the clans. The magical, beautiful waterfalls, they give birth to tales of fairies. The landscape isn't just a background, it's the author of it all, weaving history and myth together into one amazing story. And that leads us to this final thought. It's the perfect reminder that in a place like this, the landscape itself is the storyteller. Every stone has seen clans rise and fall, and every waterfall whispers these old tales. All you have to do is be willing to listen. So, I'll leave you with this question. We've seen how all these layers of history and myth are written right into the land of Glen Brittle, and it makes you wonder, doesn't it? What stories are the places all around you just waiting to tell? Every stone tells a story. Are you listening?